I can fully understand why someone might feel worried about seeing their GP. It can be scary, and a lot of the time people feel that they may be judged negatively or they may feel embarrassed about it.
The great thing about pot set yogurt is that the yogurt making process is completed in the container that you store it in. So there's no need for these messy cheesecloths where you squeeze all the way off the yogurt. Okay then, we'll start off by taking 2 cups of full cream milk powder and 3 litres of full cream milk. We'll also need 200 grams of natural yogurt. I've used Farmers Union, just 200 grams of natural yogurt. Of course, you'll need your pot and your stove. So you start by pouring a small amount of milk into the pot, just enough to dissolve your milk powder really. So then you put your milk powder in on top of that and whisk it around until it's dissolved mostly. Okay, when you're happy that you've fully dissolved the milk powder with that milk you've added, add the remainder of the milk to make up 3 litres and just gently stir to mix the milk powder and the remainder of the milk together into one homogeneous mixture. The next step is to heat the milk to 85 degrees Celsius. That's equal to 185 degrees Fahrenheit. Now you'd stir gently while this is happening so that the milk is not burnt on the bottom of the pot. So continue stirring and just watch the temperature. I use a probe type thermometer which has a nice screen on it so we easily see the temperature, but you don't need that. You can just use a normal mercury type thermometer, cooking thermometer. So we're at 85 degrees now, and what we do is we add water to a sink and we place the mixture in there to cool. So what you're looking to do is fill the sink just to above the milk line on the pot or thereabouts, but you don't want to overfill it obviously, otherwise you'll have water inside. This draws the heat out of the mixture quickly, and if you're like me, you don't want to wait around for an hour or two for it to cool down, this will suit you just fine. I find about 10 or 15 minutes is what it takes for this to reach the temperature that you need to cool down to, which is 43 degrees Celsius. That's equal to 110 degrees Fahrenheit. While the milk mixture is cooling down, you'll have time to pour boiling water over the containers that you're going to use to store the yogurt in. Pour boiling water over the lids as well. This is to kill any wild bacteria that might be in the air and could contaminate the yogurt. You only want to grow the bacteria that's present in the yogurt. Okay, now that the mixture has reached 43 degrees Celsius or 110 degrees Fahrenheit, you need to introduce the natural yogurt that we're going to use as a culture to get this started. Rather than just placing the yogurt into that larger container that we're using for the milk, I've poured that starter that I just showed you into this container here, and now I'm going to add milk on top of that. It's a bit easier if you use something that's smaller, and then you can pour a little bit of milk on top of that and mix it and get a good thorough mixture rather than having lumps that would remain if you were to mix it in such a large container. So when that's mixed up enough, you can then pour that mixture back into the main mixture. A little bit lumpy, but that's not too bad. And then stir that again, just to distribute it as evenly as you can through the main mixture. The next step is to transfer the mixture from that large pot into a couple of smaller setting pots. I use a couple of 2 kilogram yogurt containers for that. The last step is then to transfer both of those 2 kilogram yogurt containers, or whatever you've used, into a warm area at 38 degrees Celsius or 100 degrees Fahrenheit, and it has to be kept at that temperature for 12 hours. Lots of different ways to do this. Some people have ovens that have got nice accurate thermometers on them that can hold that temperature. I use a light box which is lined with an aluminium roofing insulation material. I was given this by a friend, Kevin, and apparently it's no good in roofs, but it's great for these yogurt containers. He also gave me $900 cash. That worked out pretty good. Anyway, 12 hours later, as you can see, the yogurt has set in the pot. No messy playing around with cheesecloths or anything like that. And it's ready to chill now for a while and serve. It's going to taste quite good now, but even better when it's chilled down a little bit. Hope you enjoyed that little bit of video there. Cheerio.